Hello everyone, Nika here with your daily neuro nugget. I hope you're having an amazing day. So you guys know that when I whip this baddie out, the super police badge, well, I have a lot to say. Plus, us ADH people, we feel our emotions very strongly. So it doesn't matter if it's empathy or anger, or we're just very passionate people. And I just finished watching the entire video of the healing garden. And I know it's been a thing. I know we've all known, I'm sure, but having to process this information, all of it just now, I just want to hurl. I'm literally physically ill at the moment. And again, I'll get over it because I feel emotions and I release them very, very quickly. But still, guys, okay, if you have not watched this entire video of the ceremony of the unveiling of the healing garden at the University of Idaho, well, we know, of course, that Mr. Green had to show himself, right? He always has to show face and say, "Go Vandals," and then everybody applauds for him. And you know what? I'm happy to see that the community is moving forward in a peaceful, non-violent way to honor the past and celebrate the future, and all while trying to keep in mind these beautiful 4 victims, right, that we lost back in November 13, 2022. That's great. That's great. But I still have a lot of effing questions. Now, go watch this video, because after Mr. Green, we have this other loser who is talking, and he said something that caught my attention, okay? Basically, this healing garden, which to me just looks like a bunch of scrap metal. It literally looks like scrap metal. Like I could have went to freaking Goodwill and got old pieces of metal and put it together, and it would have cost a lot less than $285,000. That's right. By the way, do you think that is it a worthwhile expense? Maybe. I'm all for, you know, having this beautiful service for the 4 victims, but it's a lot of money, guys, and the economy, it's tight. Things are expensive. Is that the best way to spend the money? Now, he also goes on to say that this healing garden, it has been planned even before the IDAHO4. They had been wanting to do this. So they'd been wanting to do this for students who had passed in the past, who passed away, but now they're saying, you know what, screw it, let's just add the IDAHO4. So to me, it's like an excuse, right? Because you're saying it's for these people, but literally this guy just said that it was planned since before the IDAHO4. So it's kind of an excuse. Like they're just taking all their students that have passed away, and instead of actually doing deep dive investigations or addressing the problems within fraternities, they're just gonna say, let's just build scrap metal together, make this freaking War of the Worlds 1984 building, basically, and call it a day. So much easier. And by the way, I do have another question, because didn't they raise over $800,000 back for Vandals Day? What the hell happened to that money? Because you would think that if students are raising $800K, that there would still be some money left over. Where did that money go? And why was it necessary to raise another $285K for this metal freaking structure? Why? I want to know what happened to the $800K. If you know where the $800K went, please let me know down in the comments below. I bet Mr. Green knows. I want to know. Let me know. He seems like a yacht golf club type of guy, but that's just my impression of him. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And something tells me, like, yeah, that's great. This is justice for the victims, right? This Vandals healing garden. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I remember when the crime first took place, guys. What were the Vandals and other students doing over at 1122 King Road? They were urinating and defecating all over the house. So much for a healing garden, right? Because we know damn well that deep down, most people don't give a damn. If these students are literally shitting on this house the day after the crime occurred, maybe not the day after, but you guys know, right after the crime occurred, this was taking place. So how much do they really care? I think this is, again, just a front. The university's trying to protect themselves, because in my opinion, it is a better memorial service for these 4 young victims to have just left the house up. That is going to remind people that these 4 people were unalived. This freaking metal structure, it just doesn't do it for me. Maybe the students will have a different reaction, but I freaking doubt it. Again, these are the same students that were shitting and pissing all over the house, so what are we to expect? Again, I personally think that this was a waste of money. I think that the students could have better been honored by leaving the house up. But it's just great. They're moving forward. But again, are they? Or is this the university's way of shoving things under the rug as they usually do? And by the way, I have made other videos talking about other things that have happened post Idaho 4 within the fraternities and sororities in the university. Remember that guy that was beat at the party by another frat? Wasn't it 40 plus people that beat him up? Yeah. So that's still happening. So Mr. Green, why don't you spend your $800K, your $285K fixing that problem instead of metal freaking structures that I could have made out of freaking paper clips? Yeah, so that's it for the day, guys. I'm still fuming, and what are we gonna do? That's how the world runs. It's all about money. It's all about how you present yourself. It's almost as if truth didn't matter, right? But it does. It does, and trust me, at the end of the day, truth always comes out. I'm definitely a big believer of that. So keep your hopes up. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you are still not receiving notifications, please make sure that you are, because we know that they like to suppress this channel. I've been deplatformed 4 times, and if I mention Mr. Green, usually the videos get kind of hidden. So interesting how that works. Anyway, that's it for the day, guys. Leave an emoji. Take care, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.